So today marks an important day in South Africa's history, but I think also in terms of judicial precedent for the world. Judge Dosio handed down judgment in the Section 85(1) objection brought against the charges of murder and apartheid as crimes against humanity. In what was an extensive and evidently well-researched judgment, Judge Dosio dismissed the accused submissions that, on one hand, crimes against humanity brought under customary international law do not apply in South Africa, and that they have prescribed. And what marks this judgment as a historical one, both for South Africa, but I would contend for the world over, is the moral capital, if one is to understand the moral capital that South Africa holds in the international landscape. South Africa's transition from apartheid to democracy is often seen as a somewhat gold standard of navigating a country from the brink of civil war to a democratic constitutional state. Reference was made throughout the judgment to Section 232 of the Constitution, which I think reaffirms, on one hand, the tremendous work our Constitution does in terms of vindicating rights of victims and advancing social justice, and on the other hand, it stands to remind the world that South Africa is committed to restorative justice, is committed to transitioning from the past of apartheid into a democratic society that values the rights and dignities of all. And we hope that while this is only a small step towards that realization, we hope it's a step that carries sufficient weight as we continue to fight for justice, both in South Africa but across the world.